you ready, Lurch?
I am ready.
All right, zAmya Theater Troupe, we are going live with HNN News in 3, 2, 1, and we are live.
Yay! Hi!
Hey, Corey, Esther.
zAmya Theater Project presents Homelessness Network News Live, starring Caroline Manheimer, Corey Walton, Greg Tomzarek, Marvin Howard, Wanda Poston, Annette Bryant, Robert Blood, Sol Sepulveda, Tahiti Robinson, and Lurch.
Welcome to zAmya's Homeless News Network. I'm Corey Walton, coming to you live from zAmya's world headquarters in downtown Minneapolis. And you know, we're particularly thrilled to join all of you today because there's absolutely nothing going on in the news. Film, oh, 1 second here. Oh, really? On Tuesday night? Huh. Who won? Okay, yeah, sure. I'm sorry, guys. Just having a conversation with our producer, Rebecca. Again, welcome everyone to another episode of HNN, where our theme this week, yeah, you saw it, looking backwards. Yes, reflection and projection. And we have a packed episode for you this week, so let's get right to our program. But before we do, we want to remind please help us keep HNN on the interactive tip. So we invite our audience to share your thoughts through our chat box. Drop what you want to in there about thoughts throughout the program. So let's get busy, y'all, because we have a beautiful show planned for you. And speaking of beautiful, our first segment brought to you by my beautiful, talented, intelligent troop mate, Sol. Seen the show before. You're familiar with the zAmya agreements, sort of rules by which we conduct ourselves. So our friend Sol has written an absolutely beautiful poem, and she sprinkled the zAmya agreements, our 7 zAmya agreements, in the poem. So I'm gonna roll that video of Sol right now and see if you can spot those 7 agreements sprinkled in Sol's writing.
We are all on this realm for a reason. Let's pledge our universal legion to never commit acts of treason. While on this plane we call home, we must all stay focused and engaged. Stay awake, acknowledge and remember why we are here. Walk the walk, talk the talk with courageous pride, dismissing all illusionary fears. Mother Universe makes no mistake. We all have duties to perform far beyond and above in the name of love, and provides moments for us to partake. Speaking clear to all universal laws, we must adhere to open our eyes, hearts, and minds to notice our impact on ourselves, each other, and our community. And that's a true fact. In life, no one is a novice. Remember that sooner than later, we all flourish. Others will notice. Fill your plate with universal love, and with intended redemption, assume good intentions. Treat each other equally, and to prevent painful heartache, cultivate, yes, cultivate an attitude of gratitude. It all depends on you, on what you do or do not do. Spread those seeds that give those fruits through every nation. Create your creation. And to the church destitute, as a rule, treat each other equally as the wisest thing to do. Live and let live. Prosper, thrive. Stay well and alive. Have fun. Smile. Spread your smile while enjoying your journey. Enjoy your life and for surely swim upstream. Set goals. Be your dream. Sorry.
Divine.
that good? I told y'all that was good. Wasn't that good? I mean, it was good about it. This is what I love about it. It was chock full of important messages. And my takeaway was, how do we achieve being the best that we can be? You know, just being the best me I can be. Y'all feeling me on that message? Who else wants to share their thoughts? I mean, what struck you about that poem? What's your takeaway? And again, we invite our audience members to please throw your thoughts about Soul's poem in the chat box, because we want to hear from you as well. But I'm going to pick on a few of my castmates and see what they took away from that poem. Annette, you know I'm coming to you. What did you think about Soul's poem? What's your takeaway? What stood out to you?
So I feel like the background music just gave it so much power.
Yeah, I agree. That music was powerful, blending in with her words and then those agreements. I feel you. Marvin Ward. What was your takeaway? What you feel about that poem?
Well, I feel like Soul is being the best you can be. I mean, this is the best Soul can be. She just took the agreements in and then swirled them around, made them her own, and made something really beautiful out of them.
Yeah, she wove herself, our agreements, message you can be. Love it, Marvin Ward. I'm gonna pick on one more of my castmates here, my troop mates. Gregory, my brother Gregory. I hear from you, man. What did you get out of Soul's poem? What's your takeaway?
Well, I saw some similar things there too. Like she described them in a different context and made them into reality, basically. So it's very vivid and put out there, so it's easier to understand and appreciate.
Gregory, I'm feeling you. I agree.
Take in.
Thank you, castmates. And again, you out in the audience, if you have some thoughts about that poem, please drop them in the chat box. And we could go on, but we got to keep the show moving. So Soul gave us some profound words about how we can be the best us going forward. But this week's let's do a little bit looking back right now through our headline segment. This week we have a fantastic headline news segment of homelessness. Let's watch.
And we are back with the news. Not new news, but the same old news. History of homelessness, invisible people.
The first documented cases of homelessness appear in colonial records from the 1640s. European settlers were displacing Native Americans, and resulting conflicts on the frontier also led to homelessness amongst both Native Americans and Europeans.
Whoa, that's 380 years of homelessness.
The invention of homelessness.
Consider a word that we take for granted, but that has far-reaching implications. The word is homelessness.
A search of the New York Times historical database covering 1851 to 2005 reveals that it used in 4,755 articles, but 4,148 of them, which is 87%, were published in the 20 years between 1985 and 2005. Before the 1980s, it is rare to find homelessness used to designate a social problem.
Wait, seriously? It wasn't a social problem until the 80s?
The old homeless and the new homelessness in historical perspective.
In the 1950s and 60s, homelessness declined to the point that researchers were predicting its virtual disappearance in the 1970s. Well, that didn't happen. Check out what did happen in the 1970s. Hey, gang, this is Don Cornelius with Soul Train. And we're going to do the Soul Train unscramble boards shortly. But first, we have to give it to a commercial. It is brought to you by Ultra Sheen.
Marvin.
Afro Sheen.
Hey, Marvin.
And Ultra Sheen Cosmetics.
Marvin, we're talking about homelessness. Homelessness. A history. In the United States, deinstitutionalization of mentally ill, unaccompanied by promised outpatient psychiatric and social services, led to a large increase in the homeless mentally ill population in the late 1970s.
Well, we all know what happened in the 1980s, right? Billie Jean, knock my door.
Marvin! Marvin!
Thank you very much. But why in the early 1980s did so many Americans find themselves homeless?
The rise of homelessness in the 1980s. 4 interrelated dynamics were at play: declining personal incomes, loss of affordable housing, deep cuts in welfare programs, and a growing number of people facing personal problems that left them at high risk of homelessness.
Personal problems? I mean, like the crack epidemic supported by the CIA that destroyed communities in the 1980s? Or does it mean like the lack of affordable health care brought on by Reagan?
Reagan's legacy, homelessness in America.
Well, what we found in this country, and maybe we're more aware of it now, is one problem that we might have, Bongo. And even in the best of times, and that is people who are sleeping on the grates, the homeless, you might say, by choice. Right, Nancy? You know how that
Marvin,
is, Nancy.
let's look at the 90s.
Homeless children in America, challenges for the 1990s.
There may be as many as 3 million homeless persons in the United States, with families representing 1/3 of this population. This indicates that homelessness is a social problem of catastrophic proportions.
Bang, 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 bang. Well, that's so.
Marvin.
Okay, I didn't like that grunge anyway. Let's talk about the 2000s, shall we? Puff Daddy. Take
Marvin,
that, take that.
Come on.
Okay.
Maybe there's new news in the 2000s. Homelessness crisis, a state of emergency. Despite decades-long push to end homelessness in Minneapolis, Hennepin County.
Strong winds, strong winds. Riding on to my road. I'm homeless, 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 homeless.
Marvin.
Yeah.
Thank you. Moving on. Why are so many people homeless?
The important question is there homelessness in our future?
Study projects homelessness will rise 45% in just 1 year due to coronavirus unemployment.
In the words of Gary Coleman.
What are you talking about, Marvin?
What you talking about, Esther?
Public will can change homelessness.
Remember what Dorothy Day said.
Our problems stem from our acceptance of this filthy,
rotten system. And there you have it. Not new news, but today's same old news.
Say Dorothy Day made that message clear, not mincing words at all. Fantastic piece by Esther O. and Marvelous Marvin. Very reflective. As a matter of fact, that's what we do here at zAmya. We reflect. We're a reflective bunch. See, I'm reflecting right now. But I'm not crazy about reflecting alone. So I'm going to invite my troop mates in the audience to reflect with me. And we're going to do that using our regular feature, our go-around segment. This week's thought is, Soul, are you ready for it? Show them what it is. Where I am. So I'll start it off. I am in this big old universe.
I am in a senior apartment.
I am here exactly where I am supposed to be, doing exactly what I am supposed to be doing to help heal the world and make it a better place.
I am in my new apartment.
I am in Zoomland.
I am in my car.
Right here, right now. Am I right?
I'm on stolen land.
am northeast of all places.
I am in the now.
I am in the mirror searching for me.
I am truly blessed.
I am in Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA, and you know who we voted for.
I am walking on sunshine.
I am stuck in the middle with you.
I am at my COVID time desk.
Desk. Okay, one more round, but we're gonna throw a little twist in here for him. So you ready for it? So let's throw this little twist in it. The last go around, let's roll with zAmya. So let's reflect. Where is zAmya? zAmya is never far away. Tahiti, wait.
Okay, zAmya is in the future, planning to solve the future.
zAmya is at its peak.
zAmya is still doing our work.
zAmya is wherever the truth.
zAmya is expanding.
zAmya is in the heart of the community.
zAmya is expanding into St. Paul after being mostly in Minneapolis, but also in Southwest Minnesota and all around Minnesota.
Ooh, do I love the go around segment? I love me some go around segment. The only thing I like more than the go around segment is when I have the opportunity, the privilege, the honor of introducing a brand new HNN segment. And I have that chance right now. Ladies and gentlemen, our tech wizard Lurch has put together a groovy new segment for Homeless News Network. With all these crazy terms and acronyms and buzzwords being thrown at us, get up one day and scream, "What the heck did you just say?" And so was born our new groovy new segment with Librarian Lurch with some assistance from his video sidekick, Ryan Melling, breaking down some of those words we all have a little trouble understanding. So this week, Lurch is going to start this brand new segment entitled, "What the heck did you just say?"
Welcome to What the Heck Did You Just Say? I'm your host, Librarian Lurch, from the Library of Absolutely Absurd Words. Today we're discussing housing support program, formerly known as group residential housing. Pays up to almost $1,000 a month for rent in approved locations for people with low income or low assets who have disabilities or other conditions. So check this out. If you're on VA or SSI, or you just happen to be a low-income resident, you can apply for this on their website or get it through staying in a shelter. For example, People Helping People has people there that can help you get it. Or there's someone who works for the library, the downtown library, who also can help you get it, who works directly with people who in the community. I'm looking at all the prices out there for rent, looking and comparing them to $934 a month. I don't see much in that option, and most of the housing options end up being either room for rent or very small apartments. And it's a program out there for those who may not be in the best of circumstances and be at their worst of times. And if you know someone you can help who needs this, let them know. Because it's as absurd as our words to be stuck outside in the snow. From the Library of Absurd Words, this is your favorite librarian, Lurch.
$134 a month. Fantastic new segment. Of course, Librarian Lurch will be breaking down more terms in future episodes of What the Heck Did You Just Say? Now, let's flip the script in part 2 of our go-around segment. In part one, just as a reminder, our thoughts were where I am and where zAmya is. In part two, let's all finish this thought. You ready for it, Soul? Let's lay it on them, Soul. Where I want to be. Again, we invite the audience to share thoughts in the chat box. Where do you want to be? I want to be in the park.
I want to be in Tahiti Islands.
Here, there, everywhere, I need to beat in everyone's heart, collecting my rewards. That's where I want to be.
I want to be doing great works.
I am really lucky because I want to be here with you, and here I am.
I want to be with my grandloves.
I want to be ready, willing, and able.
I want to be in a country that tells the truth about its history.
I want to be in the motherland.
I want to be made clear of my speech.
I want to be where I'm supposed to be.
I want to be inspirational.
I want to be in a country of which Tahiti is president.
I want to be by the ocean.
I want to be able to be with people without masks and without not being able to hug and say hello and dance and just have a good time.
I want to be in a new zAmya space.
Now, for our final round of I Want to Be, we're going to give you a little twist, ain't we, Saul? Now, for the final round, let's just throw zAmya right back in the midst of this. zAmya, where does zAmya want to be? zAmya wants to be right in the middle of it all.
Where I want zAmya to be is in the lighthouse of the world.
Where zAmya wants to be is in every stage, healing the world step by step, one story and one show at a time.
All together as one again.
I want zAmya to be in a place that feels welcoming to everybody.
I want zAmya to be an umbrella that catches all the raindrops of talent.
I want zAmya to be in the heart of the universe.
I want zAmya to be in Zimbabwe someday.
Zimbabwe, yeah, in Zimbabwe, a 7-day run. I feel you, Marvin. Great segment, everyone, and thanks so much for sharing your thoughts. Again, audience members, if it occurs to you a little later on the program where you want to be, just drop it in the chat box. Now, for a lot of us, where we want to be has a lot to do with where we're coming from, where we've been. I mean, so much of our lives involve building and learning and growing, and it only takes a spark to get that process going. Just that shot of hope to put the wheels in motion. And speaking of hope and the whole idea of building, we want to share with you a lovely interview segment we put together here at HNN. It features a special friend of zAmya. His name is Lorenzo. Now, we met Lorenzo at the Dorothy Day Center through our work with that center. And during that interview, Lorenzo was going to share a lot of his thoughts about hope and sharing and caring and that spark we just talked about. So let's listen to Lorenzo as he shares this very, very important message with all of us.
So I want to introduce you all to Lorenzo, who is one of our very newest zAmya participants.
How are you?
Lorenzo came to a workshop at Dorothy Day that we did about, I don't know, other than 4 weeks ago already. And now he's joining us for a project. So why? What attracted you to this project?
I've always been wanting to volunteer and contribute. So I want to believe that if I could say something or be a part of something that's going to offer some type of hope to inspire my peers, that it's without words, it's, no matter how small, just want to be able to offer that.
Can you share with our audience where you're staying right now?
Well, I've just been blessed to be moved over to Mary Hall Hotel where I've moved from the dormitory to an actual room. So I feel really good about that.
And what are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to in the project?
Just to be part of an organization that's doing the right thing for people. I mean, I'm not where I want to be in my training yet as a peer. So donating my time, no matter how small, I want to believe it helps to have some type of exposure, maybe to somebody else that's thinking about being involved, no matter how small.
Any last words you want to say?
Every little thing helps when you have nothing to do. If you're doing anything productive, like with your program, it gets you out of being hopeless or just feeling hopeless when really you're not.
Well, we are really excited that you're joining us, and we look forward to getting to know you better.
Thank you.
Hi. Can you remember the last time you gave to the max? Have you ever felt like you wanted to do more for your community? Well, here's your chance. November 19th is Give to the Max Day. You can give your support to any nonprofit or as many nonprofits as you wish. If zAmya is your nonprofit of choice, then you will help us to continue to do the work we are known for. So please look into your heart and help those who need it the most, and donate to the nonprofit that touches you in a special way. So remember, November 19th, give to the max and fill your heart with joy.
Wonderful. Thank you for Lorenzo's special interview, and for you, Roberto, for that word. November 19th is the date, you guys, 2 weeks from today. Give to the max. Important annual campaign, especially here in 2020. I mean, a year that's brought us all kinds of things. George Floyd's murder, the unrest, the aftermath, COVID-19, an election. Whew. Sometimes you just need to stop, take a deep breath, and collect yourself. You know what I mean? And boy, do I have the right person to help us out with that. My wonderful troopmate, actor, author, and friend, Annette Bryant, a true relaxation expert. And once you get a load of her calming voice, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, to help us wind down this packed episode of HNN on a relaxing and positive tip, our very own Annette Bryant.
Well, thank you. So I would just like for you to become present at this moment. And let's just take a little breath. Inhale. And exhale and release whatever's on your mind. I would like to share some positive thoughts with you today. One drop of empowerment and healing ripples through a household. Breathe it in and exhale. A few drops of empowerment and healing ripples through community. Breathe it in even deeper. And release. Several drops of empowerment and healing ripples through nations. Let's breathe even deeper. And release. Multitudes of drops of empowerment and healing ripples through the world. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. And release. Be the stand for others and create the ripples. I wrote this poem or this positive thought Because today, in this world, in this day and time, there's a lot more that we can use of empowerment and healing. Thank you.
Ooh, I went there. Oh.
Yes. Annette, didn't I tell you she would relax the heck out of you? Thank you, Annette. And what a wonderful way to end our looking forward, looking back episode of HNN. Yes, I know. Unfortunately, we have reached the end of our looking forward, looking back edition of Homeless News Network. But in typical zAmya fashion, we will end this affair with our one word checkout from each zAmily member. And again, we want to remind you, audience members, give us your one word in the chat box. Please just throw it in there. And I'll kick things off with change.
Image.
Flow.
Inspiration.
That was mine.
Heartfelt.
Rendering.
Spirit.
I love that, Marvin Moore Jr. Hands in the middle. We're going to go out on spirit, y'all, because we all got plenty of that. Put your hands in the middle. This is how we do it, audience members. Put your virtual hands in the middle. The word is spirit. Here we go.
Spirit!
Thank you, ZAM fam members. We thank you, our viewers, our behind-the-scenes ZAM-tastic producer, Rebecca Noon, tech wizard Lurch, and of course, all of you, our audience. Remember to visit and like our Facebook page and stop by our website at zamyatheater.org and sign up for our quarterly newsletter. A new edition is out this month. Also join our weekly workshops Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. You can access those by a link on our Facebook page. In the meantime, we'll see all of you next time on Homeless News Network.
Before she completely nods off, Annette, I want to talk with you about positive thoughts.
I'm very sleepy.
I know. What do you need for positive thoughts, or what do you have for positive thoughts? Esther, don't hypnotize her. She's like,
Oh, just at the right time, too.
She froze.
She froze at the right time. Oh, now she's back. That's how she took her nap. She took a 2-second nap.
We're on to you.